Howdy, folks. Howdy. Special day in the United States of America, bro. Special day, man, in the United States of America. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. We appreciate having you guys, and we do this every single solitary day. So like, share, and subscribe. We are proud Americans over here. So with that, I say good morning. Oh, man. Man, we got some stuff to talk about today. Some stuff that includes biker news and some stuff that doesn't. But we got one. We got one, man. We got one today. We got one today, man. 21 years later, we got one. We got his ass. It took us a while, but we got one. Yes, sir. In the flesh, we got him. Yep. And, hey, man. Hey. Mess with the bull. And hopefully, eventually, you'll get the horns. We're talking about none other than, I've got to find his whole name. Let me get the whole name. So you guys, the whole name is important. Because everything is in a name, right? So the whole name is important. Here it is. Here's the whole name right here. Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri. Al-Zawahiri. Yeah. Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri. Some people say Al-Zawahiri. What does Google say?
Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri. Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri.
Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri. I say it that way. How do they say it Islamically?
Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri. Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri.
Yeah, that guy. We're going to talk about that guy in a few minutes. And that's why I'm flying my American flag today, because I am a patriot in the terms of the fact that I am a veteran. And hey, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Let's do some biker news first, because that's what you guys show up for, is some biker news. This is the biker news channel. But because I'm a veteran and most bikers are, to some extent or another, patriotic, that's a kind of a biker thing. We're going to talk about that story too. Good old Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri is gone. Off the planet, man. And I don't normally rejoice in people being taken out of here. That's not the typical Black Dragon. I want everybody to be out here and do their thing. But we'll talk about it. I don't want to spoil it yet. Let's also talk about some biker news. So we'll do a biker news story. And I haven't actually gotten a chance to read this one in advance. So we'll be discovering this one together. All right. So if I be like, man, this is sorry, and I turn it off, it's because I didn't get a chance to preview it. Late night for me, early morning. But these guys, because we've featured them before. And you guys remember the very big battle that they had in a place that they call Vietnam, over in Fayetteville. Not long ago, they had a big battle over there. Somebody was killed. They lost a guy, and the other side lost some folks. So, we had them on, and we talked about them extensively during that time. So you guys know them from before. But anyway, one of their leaders was just sentenced to prison, it seems, in this story done by, I'm not sure who this is, Chesco. I haven't seen this news agency before. MyChesco.com, a news regional agency. In a report, they say, July 31st, that infamous Ryders biker gang leader Lancaster County man sentenced for drug trafficking. So we'll check that out. And they've got up here some bars, as a dramatic picture. It looks like this is a jail or something. So anyway, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the United States Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Pennsylvania has announced that Jose Antonio Ramos, aka One, that's what he's called, One, age 40, of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, was sentenced on July 14th, 2022 by U.S. District Court Judge Christopher C. Connor to 87 months imprisonment for drug trafficking. Damn, how long is 87 months in years? 87 months in years. I just love Google. 7.25 calendar years. Holy Jesus. That's a long time. 7.25 calendar years. Lord have mercy. What the hell did he do? According to the United States Attorney General Jared M. Karam, Ramos previously pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute 500 grams and more of cocaine, hydrochloride. What on earth is cocaine hydrochloride? And 5 grams and more of methamphetamine. Okay, we do know what methamphetamine, that's speed, right? Ramos was the sergeant at arms of the infamous Ryders outlaw motorcycle gang that was responsible for an extensive drug operation in Lancaster County. The Drug Enforcement Administration and the Pennsylvania State Police conducted the investigations, and Assistant United States Attorney Darrell F. Bloom prosecuted the case. Holy moly. So is that it? Okay, that's it. There's no video. So this is a short one. I just pulled this not long ago when I saw the headline, and that was because, of course, we did a lot of reporting on that whole situation up there. And believe it or not, I had gotten quite a few emails since then that said that there was some stuff going on up there, and here it is. So anyway, that's a long time. If you're my age, that's a good plunk off of the rest of the time you have left on the planet. Like, I'm 59. I'll be 60 in April. Hell, 7.2 years takes me to 67.2. Bro, that's that's a long damn time, especially with a lot of you guys falling dead in your 50s and stuff. There's no guarantee you're gonna make 67. Jesus, that's crazy. So they of course they call him a biker gang leader. They can do that when they get you because that's one of the criteria they use when they designate motorcycle clubs as biker gangs. That's one of the things that they do. So it's tough, and it's going to be a hard one. I don't know if this is federal or not, or if you get any time off for good behavior or anything like that. It's that's going to be a tough one. So, there was another guy that, and I got to do the video on that guy too, because he was a guy that we did a video about, that we talked about, and he was a guy who lost an arm, and he was it started riding again. We did a whole show about him, and he just got sent to prison for pleading guilty. I've been meaning to look that up, but anyway, what can you say? You can report the news, and then my commentary would be, damn, ouch. That's, you guys remember Super Chicken, the cartoon Super Chicken? Buck, 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 buck. There is always someone who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call on Super Chicken. Buck, buck. Call on Super Chicken. Buck, 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 buck. You remember that? Or you don't remember that cartoon? You guys didn't get a good childhood, did you? But anyway, I remember that in that song, Super Chicken, that used to come on every Saturday morning, part of the song was, of course, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. And it's funny how small things like that can have such a large impact on your life. But that little song, just call on Super Chicken, of course you knew, at some point they said, of course you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. That, as a kid, that had an impact on me. It made me think about it made me think about it made me think about the impact of my decisions. Such a silly little song. I'm trying to find the theme song. Here it is. Here's the theme song right here. When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, and I had it right, $4. There is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call on Super Chicken. It's right here. I'm telling you the truth. It's right effing here. When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is always someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call on Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it, because besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. There it is right there. There it is right there. I'm so pleased right now. I'm just really pleased right now. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. This is the important part. When you know the job is dangerous before you take it, well, when it comes, it comes. You know that song, Bad Boys, What You Gonna Do When They Come For You? He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is only one thing you should learn. When there's nowhere else to turn, just call for Super Chicken. Well, in this case, you can't call for super chicken, but you know the job was dangerous before you took it. Goose said, some cartoons are awesome, says Derek. It sounds like J.J. Walker wrote that. I don't know who wrote it, guys, but that ES says super chicken, that just takes it back, right? I'm an anime junkie. This was not anime. George said, I'm 50 and I wish they still had Sunday cartoons. I would still be watching them. Absolutely, man. 3R Wilding said, and Fabrication said, I've forgotten all about that tune. Yeah, how could you forget about Super Chicken, man? But unfortunately, when you get into that business, you know the job is dangerous when you take it. And when it comes, it comes. When they strike you, they strike you. And you just got to go do that time. We call it often, I got to go on vacation. And you just got to do that time. And this is the point where you find out if the club is down for you or not. This is when you know if they're going to take care of your girl, they're going to look after your family. You know, most of clubs claim their families. And because one guy or a group of guys in the club may partake in of a situation, they maybe a group of guys are selling dope. That doesn't mean that the motorcycle club sells dope. Just because a president is selling dope and maybe the president's sergeant at arms and row captain. I mean, I know this sounds kind of crazy, but, you know, people would argue with me, but that doesn't mean the club is selling dope. You know, I've been in my club forever. I can't tell you that there weren't guys that, even in the 99 club, that don't sell dope. I can tell you that the club didn't sponsor that. That wasn't a club sponsored activity. That's not what we did. But hey, a guy or two or three or 10 or 100 selling dope or engaging in prostitution or whatever, man, that can take the whole club down. And it's possible to have two guys in a club. One guy that's going to work every day and handling his business and going to church every Sunday and blah, blah, blah. And the guy next to him going to work every day, handling his business, going to church every day and selling dope. And the two can exist. And the two guys could be in the same club and this guy not know what this guy's doing. Does that make him guilty by association? It can. Grandma said, lay down with dogs, get up with fleas. You can have both things going on. And the club still not be a sponsor of that. Which is why a lot of clubs will tell you, hey man, you do not sell dope and wear our rags. You do not, we don't, you're out of here if you do that, because that can destroy it for all of us. Crazy Joe 67 said it will, however, give the club a bad name. That it would. Morning, Mike Ball and everyone. Frost, Goose. It's good to see everyone on. So, man, so that's the very negative part. I mean, people are going to do what they do. Somebody selling dope in your neighborhood, does that make your neighborhood a dope neighborhood? I mean, in some places, yeah. In some places, that's what we do in this neighborhood. Other places, no, that we didn't know he was doing that. In other places, yeah, we knew, but we don't talk about those things in this neighborhood. What would you want us to do? Call the cops? We don't do that. We don't call the cops. But it can sure give the neighborhood a bad rep, like when they had cops on TV and cops would pull a poor white guy over What are you doing in this neighborhood? Obviously, you're here to buy dope. This is a dope neighborhood. But if you were to ask the people that live in that neighborhood, they'd be like, this ain't no damn dope neighborhood. What's wrong with you? There's some dope houses here. Well, there's dope houses in every neighborhood, aren't there? I mean, you see these football players, like, they get like a $33 million a year salary. Yes, he was arrested for dope trafficking. What? He was arrested for what? He's making $33 million a year. Sometimes it just ain't enough. You know, you heard these guys, I've got to feed my family. You can't feed your family on, okay, I'm not arguing with you. So we got to understand that it happens. It happens like that. And so for the infamous Ryders, they got a guy who's going to prison for that, 87 months. And of course, the club's going to take some hits behind it in terms of reputation and being on the FBI watch list and whatever comes with that. Maybe someone will try to use the civil asset forfeiture laws and take their colors too. You don't know. But to me, each person must be tried for what they've done. And, don't label my whole motorcycle club because there was a couple guys that did something. Just like, I mean, when a cop is selling dope, do we call the whole police force a gang? Do we? When somebody, when a senator does something, are we going to call the whole Senate a gang? That's interesting. Joe Biden's son is over there doing some crazy stuff. Is Joe Biden a gang member too now? Some of us will. Yeah. We're going to paint it with a broad brush. We're taking out everybody. But we don't typically see that as fair. Do we? All right. I don't. Okay, so on to our second story. We got this guy. Or do I want that to be the third story? Yeah, let's let that be the third story. Let's do the second story because the second story touches me too. And it's not as long as the third story. So let's do this as the second story. Because here in Georgia, I believe we have won a victory. I do. I believe we've won a victory here. Let me get some more applause. Yeah. We chase them, those commies out of here. And I know you guys are like, gosh, Black Dragon, like, really, man, really? I'm weird. My political stuff is weird. Okay. It's weird. There's some stuff you guys can call me a bleeding heart liberal on, and there's some stuff you guys can call me, like my brother, my blood brothers are like, man, we don't know about you, brother. What side are you going to be on? Well, when it comes to gun stuff, I'm the worst. I believe that we're supposed to have our little bang bangs. Don't y'all? And here in Georgia, yesterday, they announced, or maybe it was this morning, they announced that they were going to get rid of, or they weren't going to have the Piedmont. We have a place here called Piedmont Park. It's a beautiful park. I mean, it's not a New York kind of Central Park, but it is the Central Park really for Atlanta. And it's a big, big park for us. It's not the 500 acres that like Central Park is. It doesn't have a zoo in it. But it's a cool park where we go. And you can see here, there's lots of people that go to it. And we have this thing every year. I've been going to it for years. It's an Atlanta Music Festival. And they have decided that they're going to shut it down. Now, they're not saying why, but people think and have sleuthed it out that the reason they're shutting it down is because perhaps Georgia's gun laws. Yes, our gun laws. Hey, this is how I feel about the gun laws. When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there's always someone who will hurry up and rescue you. Just pull out the trigger and get the clicking. Pull out the trigger and get the clicking. That probably wasn't cool, was it? Oh my goodness. I am seeking counseling. I'm seeking counseling. So Music Midtown canceled potentially due to Georgia gun laws. And I know this is not a biker story, and you guys get mad at me when I do non-biker stories, but man, this pleases me. I'm just so pleased. Because in Georgia, and this is Georgia, sweet Georgia. This is Georgia, and we're not afraid to have weapons here. Now Atlanta is a different story. Atlanta is a little different, which kind of sucks. Like if you try to get your gun permit here in down in Atlanta, Fulton County, it'll take months. Or you go up to Walton County and you can get it in like 4 hours. It's ridiculous. Well, 4 hours is a stretch, but you get it fast up there. Almost as soon as the ink dries on paper down in Fulton County or Clayton County, it takes months and months and months. Well, it takes about 1 month, maybe. Which is, I don't know. Maybe it's because like they have more people, but they don't really want you to have guns in Atlanta. But hey, that's our laws. So the festival released a statement Monday morning saying the event would not go on as planned and refunds would soon be available. And people have surmised that the reason being is that it's because of Georgia's gun laws. So in Georgia, you are able to carry your gun in a great many places. What on earth is this? Somebody just put the spin and liars, the destruction of America, Biden, Harris, and Compton. Somebody, mods, please get this guy. Get this guy. And you know what? I'll get him. Hold on. Let me just make sure this guy never shows up on my page again with this silliness. Blocked. Bye-bye. I wish there's a way I could delete that, man. I wish there was a way I could delete that. Oh, where do we get these people from? They just show up on the show and stick up this manifesto. And they do it in such a way, like why? I guess he's going to get what he wants. We're going to look at it for a minute. Like, why all this, like, between letters and stuff? And why put it like this? Uncle Jay is racist and traitors, criminally corrupt. And, ooh, David, don't do that, man. We didn't do that on your channel. Please don't come over here and do that on ours. That's just so ugly. Come on, mods. This is you guys' channel. Oh, maybe the mods agreed with all that. I'm sorry. Let me put it back up. So anyway, we have these laws in Georgia that we appreciate because we refuse to be a free gun zone place. Okay, we refuse to do that. There used to be a law in Georgia that if you had a concealed weapon, you couldn't take it to a public place. And I think they've gotten rid of that law now. That you can, and one thing they did recently, not too many years ago, was they said that you can also carry your gun in public parks. Used to be that you couldn't carry your gun in public parks here. And people are saying, but that makes no sense. A gun-free zone in the park, this is where, people could hurt you in the park. So they got rid of that. And it's really kind of screwy because you got to be careful what park you hit in Georgia. There's for instance, the Piedmont parks and stuff like that. But you can mess around and get your behind over in the Chattahoochee Forest, and that's federal. So in Georgia, and you can't have no gun over there. So in Georgia, you got to be real careful because like Stone Mountain Park looks like it would be a federal park, but actually it's a state park. You messing around in Stone Mountain Park and then drive your butt over to the Chattahoochee River to go down the Chattahoochee and find that you're in federal land and your gun will get you in trouble over there. But in Georgia, we have decided that we're not fixing to have these gun-free areas, these gun-free zones. And it seems that because a guy pointed that out and actually wrote a letter in, because this has been going on forever here, and we've been having that park and blah, blah, blah. And I love you too, Peter Bertzel. I love you too. And because we have that law, it seems that the Piedmont Park, the people that were putting on that thing at Piedmont had admonished us that there will be no weapons there. And a good old Georgian wrote a letter, and that letter seems to have stopped everything. Let's bring this back up over here. Maybe we can learn a little bit more about it. So, organizers of Music Midtown, and this is a major festival. This is like a 2-day festival. This is the funnest festival that you can have. It is so much fun. So many people, so many bands. I think it's free, or it used to be. I think you just go down there. The only problem is trying to find a place to park. You will drive around for hours. You got to get there at dark 30 to get a place to park. It's neighborhoods surround this park, kind of like, maybe in New York or something. It's surrounded by neighborhoods, and you ain't parking nowhere. You'll drive around for hours and wait for somebody to leave before you get a parking spot. So that's the big thing. You either want to Uber down there or something, or park it, or take the train down. And everybody brings their coolers and all this stuff, and they sit out all damn day long and listen to music, throw volleyballs and frisbees and stuff, almost like being on the beach. I mean, it's the closest thing we got to a damn beach. We ain't got nothing closer to a beach, which kind of sucks. So organizers of this festival announced Monday that the 2-day event originally scheduled for next month is canceled, though the official announcement cites circumstances beyond our control. You damn right they are. Local media outlets report the reason for the cancellation is one that's unexpected: Georgia's gun laws. They are what they are, bro. The scenario is indicative of a problematic gray area in Georgia's gun laws, says Timothy Litton, a law professor at Georgia State University. I don't know how gray the area is. It says we can carry our guns. Generally, it's if a gun owner wants to bring a weapon to a public park or some other public venue, the law of the state protects that person's right to do so, Litton said. Seems pretty ungray to me. That's pretty black and white if you ask me. Kind of like my face here. Black up here and white right here. Pretty prima facie, you know? So, what's the gray area? Private properties like private universities or businesses are allowed under certain circumstances to stop a person from bringing in a firearm, he said. And then he says, and then we have an unclear case. What happens if you have a privately organized concert in a very public venue like a city park? Is that private? Is that a private event? Or is that a public venue? The answer to that seems somewhat unclear, says Litton. And so what happened is when they had this, a guy wrote a letter and he said, and I saw the letter and I haven't been able to find it, but what he said was, why is it that, and I'm paraphrasing, okay, don't quote me, but he says, why is it that these people can rent out our public park that we the citizens pay for and tell us, we the citizens that pay for it, that they can construct some laws that aren't the laws of our place. They're not the laws of how we do things in the state of Georgia. How they can come here and say, we're going to take this public park that you, the public, are paying for and restrict what you can do and go against Georgia law. And he said, And the event organizers are thinking, man, look at the lawsuit this can be. And they said no. Music Midtown is held at Piedmont Park, a public park not far from Atlanta's downtown. Headliners were set to include My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Future, and Jack White. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, sources familiar with the decision said Music Midtown pulled the plug on the event because of a recent court ruling that could limit organizers' ability to ban guns during the festival. And I don't know how they could ban guns other than to say you can't have them. I've never seen, like, there's so many ways into this park. Like, there ain't even a way that I could see that you could have metal detectors, unless you just fenced off the park and allowed one way in, one way out. I don't know how they could ban people other than to say you can't bring a gun. But the news outlet said that a recent Georgia appeals court ruling made it harder for private groups to restrict gun owners from bringing their weapons to short-term events on public land. The appeals court ruling related specifically to the Atlanta Botanical Gardens' ability to ban guns from the property. Organizers of Music Midtown aren't commenting on these reports specifically and haven't responded to NPR's request for comment. The organizers posted a canceled event's website on social media. Hey, Midtown fans, due to circumstances beyond our control, Music Midtown will no longer be taking place this year. We are looking forward to reuniting in September and hope we can all get back to enjoying the festival again soon. Doug Shipman, the president of the Atlanta City Council, alluded to the reason being the state's gun laws. He tweeted about the cancellation saying, public policy has real impacts, and in this case, economic and social implications on a great tradition. And one of the problems here, well, let me finish this. In the case of Music Midtown, the organizers are seeking to use a public venue, Piedmont Park, but would be considered short-term tenants that are not leasing the property long-term, Linton said. If they were to carry on with a ban on guns for the event, they could be at risk of a lawsuit from someone wanting to challenge this policy. Someone like me. Other businesses in Georgia have been in similar situations, Litton said, out of fear of litigation and because of the uncertainty of the law. Private organizations that run events in public venues have opted to lift the gun bans. They didn't have any choice. My guess is that Music Midtown organizers may be nervous about what would happen in court, and so they want to figure out some sort of solution prior to that and come out with a statement as to whether or not they're going to lift the ban. So what I have heard is that the problem that they have, more than whether or not to lift the ban here in Georgia, is that many artists, and many artists are very like liberal, and so many of the artists that places want to book have made it very clear that they will have no gun policies. And if you're a rich ass artist, and you've made all the money that you need to make, you can have policies like that. I'm not coming there unless you have a specific strict gun ban policy. And so therein lies the rub, because people in Georgia, Midtown folks are probably more of a anti-gun folks, just the Midtown culture. But those that are out in the hinterlands out here of Georgia, we're pro-gun people. So not so much Georgians would care, but maybe the artists themselves would care. They want us to come hang out in a gun-free zone. So that we'd just be standing there waiting for the Uvalde police to show up and stand around in their tactical unit gear while we're getting shot the hell up. Nobody here wants that. We don't want that, and we don't have that. We don't really have that as a problem here. The last big problem like that we had was the Olympic bomber, where they had taken a swath of downtown land and made it a gun-free zone. And not even he was running around with a gun. He used a bomb. So, because you trying that down here in Georgia, I promise you there's some good old boys, brothers, whites, and others. And you ain't fixing to be doing all that. We just we ain't playing that here in the big city. We ain't playing that out here in the ATL. I'm just saying, man, I'm so pleased. And I hate that thing shuts down. It's such a great show. It's such a good time. And I guess we won't have it this year. And they lost it during the pandemic, I guess. And hey, man, hey. But I'd rather have the opportunity to defend myself than being corralled up in some place like so many cattle. Why do cattle get eaten? Because they ain't got no way to defend themselves. Anyway, moving on to the big story of the day. And I just want to say, we got him. We got him. We got him. Yeah. We got him. Yes, we did. Yeah, buddy. We got his butt. We got him. So it seems that Ayman, oh my goodness, what is his whole name? Ayman Muhammed There's a B word in there. What is it? Let me see. Is this it? Yeah. Ayman. Oh, man. I had his whole name just a few minutes ago. It's a long name. You gotta. There it is. Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri. Al-Zawahiri, however you say it. Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri is no longer with us. They got him yesterday. They got him. And I'm trying to find here we go. This guy.
أيمن محمد ربيع الظواهري. أيمن محمد ربيع الظواهري.
Ayman Muhammed Rabie Al-Zawahiri.
Yeah, that guy. They got him. And this guy's been at it a long damn time. Bro, his credentials go back many decades on this BS. Geo the Great says, hey, Black Dragon, they said no civilian casualties, but, well, we all know that didn't happen with a bomb strike. Well, I wasn't there. I don't know exactly how they got him, but they did. And I'm not the kind of guy that, is praising anyone's demise. But there are some really evil people in this world. And I don't know, President Trump said it, America is not without its ugliness. We definitely have a lot of reasons people could hate us. But throwing bombs at our innocent folks is not my opinion of how you're supposed to go about expressing that hate. One of my good friends and one of my club brothers in the Black Sabbath Nation says, I'm okay with you hating me. I'm okay with you talking about me. You can even talk about my mama. I never would have gotten mad with that guy talking about Jada Pinkett, he said. Chris Rock, I never would have slapped him in the mouth or none of that. I'm cool with you, says Brother Hardcore, until and unless, he said, just keep your feet on the ground, your hands to yourself, and your spit in your mouth, and we'll be fine. You say whatever you want to say. But when you don't keep your spit in your mouth, don't keep your hands to yourself, don't keep your feet on the ground, and don't keep your bombs to yourself, or you want to hijack my airplanes, then, bro, it's gloves off. It's gloves off, bro. So it took us 21 years to wipe up the leadership, the two top main guys. It took about 10 or 11 years to get the first guy, about 10 years to get Osama bin Laden, and another 10 or 11 years to get this guy. And it seems that Joe Biden's screw up in Afghanistan may have led to this. The pathetic and disgraceful way upon which we left that place, with our tails between our legs, with several of our brothers and sisters in the military getting murked as everybody was closed in and a suicide bomber walks up. Just the whole pathetic way, losing all of our weapons over there that are going to be used against Americans and our allies for decades to come, losing top secret kinds of drones and things that are now going to be used to hunt and persecute and murder our troops and our allies' troops for decades to come, making it look like an escape worse than Saigon. You guys probably don't remember what that looked like. I was a kid in 72. Was it 77 when all the boat folks people came over, and how we got kicked out of that country with our tail between our legs running, leaving all of our equipment and gear. Them folks are still flying Huey helicopters that they got from us 40 years ago. Just pathetic. The pathetic way in which we got thrown out of that country. And if you saw the Saigon escape, retreat, where they chased us all the way to the embassy and surrounded our embassy. We're flying missions off the top of the embassy and out of the yard of the embassy with people. People actually stole helicopters that they didn't even know how to fly out to the aircraft carriers and beg to be let on. So many helicopters land on the aircraft carriers. They're just pushing the damn helicopters out into the ocean. It was sad, man. Sad, man. And that's what it looked like when we left. And then all the people that we left in Saigon, all the people we left in Vietnam, and we still got MIA people missing in action that people like Sylvester Stallone made millions making movies about people left back in Afghanistan or left back in Saigon and all that. And we got Americans that we just left. We just left over there. But it seems that that colossal failure caused this guy to feel as though we were as incompetent as we looked. And he decided that maybe it was okay to come out of hiding, and he was in Kabul, Afghanistan. And Joe Biden and his team decided to take him out. I wonder who got the 25 million. But anyway, seems that Joe had some concerns. Joe said that he wanted to make sure that no civilians got killed. And I guess he didn't want none of the man's family killed, because in all the time that this guy's been operating, it hasn't been free for him. He lost some children. And a wife. We bombed a compound where his wife was, one of his wives. I don't know if they were all simultaneously, but I think he's been married about 4 or 5 times. And we bombed a compound, and his wife was buried under some rubble, and his one of his baby girls was killed, and I believe one of his sons was killed. And the wife was so she was so, dedicated to her religion that she refused to have herself removed from the rubble because of her modesty. She did not want men to see her face. And so she didn't, she stuck to it, man. She stuck to it to the end. I don't want men seeing my face, so you guys can just leave me here until, another time. And one of the kids died from exposure while everybody was trying to rescue the mom. One of the kids died out there from exposure. So it hasn't been particularly free for the guy. It's cost him. And finally, it cost him his life. He's been at this a long time. If you come over here to the Wikipedia about this guy, he succeeded Osama bin Laden after Osama bin Laden was killed in 2011. Now, it was always thought that he was actually more dangerous than bin Laden. He was not as charismatic, but more pragmatic and more dangerous. He was, as you guys know, one of the masterminds, if you didn't know, of the September 11, 2001 attack. And we have been after him ever since then. We've had many opportunities to kill him, but we didn't take those in the beginning. But this guy's been at it. If you go look at this thing, he's been at it since he was 14 years old, joining the Islamic Muslim Brotherhood at age 14. His grandfather, 1887 to 1944. I mean, long history of this. Assassination plots. I mean, look at all the assassination plots he's been a part of. One in Egypt, which killed President Anwar Sadat. I remember seeing this happen live. I saw Anwar Sadat get assassinated on live television. Anwar Sadat's sin was that he signed an agreement with Israel. I forget what it was. What did they? I forget why. What agreement he signed with Israel. And he also was for the United States taking in the Shah of Iran. Is it Iran or Iraq? The Shah, whoever the Shah was, the Shah of Iraq, Shah of Iran. He when they gave him amnesty in the United States, those were his two sins and caused him to get killed. Attack in Pakistan, attack on American embassies, an attack in Sudan. I mean, he's got quite the resume here. You can just go over there and check it out for yourselves. The Egyptian Islamic Jihad, which later merged into al-qaeda, the Maktab al-Katamat. I know I didn't say that right. Then, of course, the famous al-qaeda. So this guy's he was at it for a long damn time. It just goes on and on. Activities in Egypt. Oh, he was also in Russia. He was also arrested in Russia for trying to bring on the Chechenian stuff, trying to get that on and popping. He spent several months in prison using a fake passport into Russia. Makes Brittany Griner look. Did I go there? Makes her look like an angel over there. They were able to get him out. If they could get him out, certainly we shouldn't have to trade an arms dealer to get Brittany Griner out. But Frogzilla said, my stepdad was there. Did I miss that? My stepdad, what the hell? It disappeared. Frogzilla said, my stepdad was there when they took Saddam's castles and money and cash. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Don't we still have abandoned Americans in Afghanistan? We do. We do. We absolutely do. Anyway, he's been at it a long time. Oh, let me bring this back up so we can see this. Activities in Iran, activities in Russia. He actually went to jail in Russia. Activities in Egypt. Just out there getting it on down. So, I invite you guys, if you go over there and read the Wikipedia and, how much of it you believe, some of it you can believe, some of it maybe you don't. Wikipedia is kind of interesting that way. Because you damn sure can't believe everything written in Wikipedia about the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club. So some of it you can believe, some of it you don't have to. But they got him. And I remember where I was on 2011. I remember that I was working for a defense contractor, and which was Lockheed Martin, which used to be called Martin Marietta when my father worked for them in the 60s. So I was a defense contractor for Lockheed Martin, working on C-130, C-5s, and jump jets and stuff like that. I was writing the flight manuals for them. So I remember I was doing that when that day happened. So, man, they took him out, and I guess that goes to show that we have some hellacious over-the-horizon capabilities, but I knew that because I was a submarine sailor. We've been using over-the-horizon capabilities forever. And it took us 21 years to get that guy. 21 years. And I think that that's the way that's supposed to happen. If you play fancy with us, we have to be a strong country. We got to get you, bro. We ain't got no choice. Peter Birdsell, just the good old boys, never did no harm, fighting the system like two modern day Robin Hoods. And they got it, and they got taken down. They got taken down. And it hurts. It hurt us to watch. It hurts every time, and they wanted it to hurt. It hurts every time we have to read all them names. That I guess we do that every year. Read all them names and look at them buildings melt down and all that kind of stuff, man. So we got them. 'Tis dust to dust beneath the sod, but up there is heart to heart. Sadat was right. Well, there you go. There you go. Somebody said something about our story earlier. I live in Lancaster County here in Pennsylvania, and friends with numerous infamous writers. I think his sentence is excessive. Well, I don't know how much a gram is because I'm not like a math person like that, but it seems like they put people in jail for a long, long time for just a little bit of stuff. And to me, that seems like overkill in and of itself. Robert Hart is exactly right. I forgot to mention that, Robert Hart, that he also attacked the USS Cole, or was part of that. You guys remember the USS Cole? The USS Cole, how did that go down? There was some guys that pulled alongside of the Cole in a small boat and blew that boat up. Is that how that happened? That was in I think I had just left the Navy, and that was 2000, October 2000, and 17 soldiers were killed, sailors rather. And let me see how many. 17. I remember that. Sailors were killed and 37 were injured in the deadliest attack against the United States naval vessel since the Stark in 1987. And you remember the Stark. We can talk about the Stark. It happened in I believe in Yemen. Yes. And if I remember right, a small boat pulled up next to him. Here's a picture of the Cole with the hole in the side being towed. How they kept this boat from sinking. Those sailors, my God, under the command of Kirk Lippold, docked in Aden Harbor for a routine fuel stop. A small fiberglass boat carrying C4 explosives and two suicide bombers approached the port side of the boat. And back then, we didn't have the clear doctrine. Like they kept saying, stop, don't come up here, stop, whatever. And the boat kept coming. And we didn't have that clear doctrine where We should have just sank that mother effer before it ever even got next to us. And they were trying to stop that boat from coming alongside. I think they might have even had fire hoses out. They were trying to stop that boat from coming aside. It's before we realized that people will actually pull up next to your boat and blow it up. It created a 40 by 60 foot hole. There it is right there. I didn't realize it was that big, 40 by 60 feet. In the ship's port side, according to the memorial plate to those who died. Yeah, he was part of that too. This is the fire that I believe this was the fire that made the Navy go away from chloroform. Chloroform, is that what they call it? Shoes. The Navy for a long time had gone to these plastic shoes that kept a shine on them no matter what. I think they were called chloroforms, if I remember right. And it got to the point that if you were standing inspection, if you went home and you spit shined your shoes like we used to do in the old Navy, and somebody was standing next to you with the chloroforms, they would get a great inspection and you would have to be re-inspected. And it's like, wait a minute, bro, I followed all Navy regs. These shoes are spit shine, but you can never spit shine a shoe to look like them damn plastic shoes. But during this fire, those plastic shoes actually melted on sailors' feet. They melted. Can you imagine something, the shoes you wearing melt on your feet? You can't walk anymore. You can't run. You can't escape the fire. So I think that's what, if I remember correctly, that might have been one of the things that made the Navy go away from those damn stupid shoes. Just all these lessons we got to learn from people having to die. So anyway, they got him. I'm looking at the comments right now to make sure I'm up with you guys. And you guys are okay. You guys are talking about Brittany. I understand. Don't know why I brought that up. I didn't want to spit and shine and oven baked. You were correct, Black Dragon. I wore Boondockers exclusively. Okay, so my memory is good. Thank you, Trevor. My memory is good on that. You don't know because stuff you're trying, as you get older, you're like, was that something I knew or is that something I heard? But Boondockers were the shoes that they wore in World War II. And they had those things for a reason. The problem is you get these young people in and they, you know, in the 90s and stuff, and they felt like, oh, let's go to these plastic shoes because we hadn't been to war in a while. And like motorcycle clubs, they like to get rid of the old people that know stuff and they replace them with the smart people. We can save money and blah, blah, blah. Bro, we wore those shoes for a reason. John F. Kennedy, not John F. Kennedy. Was it John F. Kennedy? PT 109. Or was that Robert? Whichever one that was. Actually had those Boondockers tied around their neck like they used to teach us to do. So that when he was swimming out to sea, when he got to the coral reefs, he could put the Boondockers on and walk on them without cutting his feet. We know what we're doing out here, bro. We've done this. Anyway. Do you remember the blue polyester uniforms in the late 70s and early 80s? I do remember those stupid things. Frost says we need the gray beards. I don't care how anyone else feels. Absolutely. It was JFK. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. See, my people know everything. My people know everything. I read those books, PT 109 and stuff. I read those books back, when I was in high school. So it's sometimes hard for me to recall exactly. And that's what you guys are here for. But None of you guys knew the Super Chicken lyrics, so I still feel good. We are all here for an hourly, not to season lesson can be blessings. Yeah, PT 109 was a good movie. Gio DeGray says, y'all hit that like button. We certainly appreciate it. And look here, man. Thank you, Crazy Joe. That was John F. Kennedy. Thank you. Appreciate that. And look here, man. My hour's done. So we did it all. We did it all in a little bit over an hour. And I absolutely appreciate you guys. Yesterday, I did a video. I'm back walking. You guys said you wanted the walking videos back. So I'm back walking. Yesterday, I did a video walking in the woods late in the evening. Hey, man, in Georgia woods, it gets dark before it gets dark. The cover and the canopy, it's nighttime before it's actually nighttime up there. And you get to see in shapes and stuff. And I was always used to Braveheart, because Braveheart leads the way through the forest. And Braveheart's always very alert. Big Dog runs off and leaves me in the forest by myself. I got to call him. Get back here. Braveheart always stayed close to me and led the way. So having both of them in the forest, you had a rover and you had a close board support. So I got to find my Braveheart, man. I need him. I need my Braveheart in the forest, bro, because he's always going to be like 10 steps ahead of me and always looking back to make sure I was keeping up, and then Big Dog would roam a big circle around us. Nothing could get us. I had Big Dog roaming, and he was important to keep the coyotes off Braveheart because they liked his little tasty butt. But what no coyote wants Big Dog here. They probably would whoop him though. You seen coyote teeth? They might would whoop him, but coyotes are like, yeah, that's a little bit too big right there, and I can't afford to get hurt out here. There's no doctors or nothing, so we'll let that morsel go, unless we got 2 or 3 of us. But anyway, I digress. You guys, I just published my Audible book. Make sure to get the Prospects Bible on Audible. I cannot believe how many of these I've sold already. So I guess there is a market for the Audible books. So I'll be doing my other books in Audible as well, and all my new books. So this is the Audible version of Prospects Bible. Oh my God, I've had 3 ratings. I've had 3 ratings. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Overall performance 3, performance 3, story 3. So 3 ratings of all 5. Yeah, that's what I mean to say. 3 ratings of all 5. You can see it right there. That means that so far, everybody that has, look at that, man. Everybody that has listened to the Prospects Bible have liked it. Not everybody, but everybody that's commented have all given me 5 stars in overall storytelling. Overall, the whole production overall got a 5. The performance got a 5. That, you guys know that. You do know that I'm a performer, right? I mean, you know that, right? Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to get a 5, I hope. And the story itself, Prospects Bible, got a 5. So this person said, excellent audiobook. I give it all 5 stars. My only critique is in the beginning of the audiobook, I personally heard almost like a static in the background, but it was only for a few chapters. Don't let that dissuade you from purchasing the audiobook. It is excellent, and I cannot wait for Black Dragon to read his other books. And I tell you what that static is. You have to have between 1 and 5 seconds of room tone. That's part of their criteria. So you got to actually take a sample of the room for 1 to 5 seconds, and that allows their system to do whatever it does to even everything out. And so it seems like my room is a little noisy. They won't let you put blank sound. Like it could just be blank and no sound at all. It's got to be room tone. So I think that my fan is too close. The fan of the hard drive is too close to this microphone that picks up everything, including everything out on the road. So I am having built a soundproof studio. And if you guys have seen, all my walls have the soundproofing on them already. And that's it's not soundproofing, it's sound reducing. And that's not enough. So I'm having a 10 by 10 frame built over my desk now. And then I'm padding that frame with moving blankets that I bought from Harbor Freight, the 80 by 144 inch. And I'm using 2-inch PVC piping to build this frame over my desk. And then I put the blankets over and have yet another level of soundproofing that I can put on and take off when I make my audiobooks. And to buy that material, my friends, just 13 10-foot PVC poles and the connectors and the blankets was $500. So miss me with this culture vulture stuff. You got to spend money, bro, to make this stuff. You guys can look up these things here. Look this arm, this arm is $120 damn dollars or something like that. Just the damn arm. And it goes on and 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 on. To get this stuff for you guys, so you got to spend thousands of dollars just to be able to make an audiobook that they will accept. I'm sure there's going to be somebody that, no, Black Dragon, I did it for $88. I'm sure that person's out there. But or you got to pay somebody to do it. And a guy just sent me an offer to do his audiobook. And I was so excited about it until I saw what the audiobook was. And I was like, what would make this guy think that I would want to do that kind of audiobook? It was a BDSM, sadomasochism book about a biker werewolf who it was crazy. But it was a biker werewolf in charge of a biker gang. Maybe that's why he thought that I would want to read his BDSM novel to you guys. But I didn't want to do that. I just can't see myself doing that. Can you guys? Let me see that here. Here it is. Let me show this to you guys. It's going to be like hard to believe. Okay, so here it is. Wolf Daddy, a paranormal BDSM romance. This is what he asked me to do. And I go over here and I look at it, and this guy it's a paranormal bondage and sadomasochist world of Jared and Kaiko with daddy dom, little girl submissive role play, werewolves, motorcycle clubs, violence, bondage, action, and devastating betrayal. Is this what they think about us bikers? Is this what we're into? We're this is sad that this is how we're portrayed in the world. In his book as Gerald and Keiko with Daddy Dom, little submissive role play, werewolves, motorcycle clubs, violence, bondage, action, and devastating betrayal, love, and then there's some redemption, all based on the author's true love story with some exciting elements added for entertainment only. A love affair forever immortalized. No, I'm not. No. And it gets into it. It says that she never expected to be in the arm of Gerald Brothers, a Daddy Dom, and the alpha president of Wolf House MC. Keiko's a beautiful human who stumbles onto Gerald, who's a werewolf, while running away from her abusive werewolf husband. Jeez Louise! You people are... And there's an audience for that. Probably each one of y'all out there. You guys probably know this author. Got every one of his books. Charlie B is of the Cerberus Motorcycle Club. Gerald immediately feels protective of the frightened woman in the woods near his cabin. He takes her under his protection and turns her into a submissive by beating the hell up. No! No. 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 I'm not doing that. So I downloaded the they have a if you got to audition. So I downloaded the audition. Just cuz I wanted to see for posterity. I just, downloaded it and it was crazy, man. I ain't doing that. I ain't. You got to speak Spanish too. They got a guy that speaks Spanish, and yeah. But it was nice to be offered. Okay, it was nice to receive an offer. Look at Isaiah. It might be a good book that makes you blush. Yeah, I can see me reading, and he put his tongue down my throat. Like, no. I'm not doing that. Oh, Gio the Great says, I've got every one of his books. Crazy Joe said the story is so wrong. Gio the Great says, all money isn't good money. You have to pay extra for that action in Germany. But hey, I was offered a book deal. Okay. And so if you guys are looking for a narrator of your motorcycle club book, please check me out. I mean, you can go to John E. Black Dragon Bunch II on Audible, and I'm a narrator. I've had one offer that I'm probably not going to do that book, but also I've done one book, so that's Prospects Bible. So hey, if you need me to author to do your audiobook, I'm here for you, baby. I will do your audiobook. Just don't have me beating wives of werewolf biker presidents, please. Ouch. What the F, Black Dragon? No, don't do shit like that. You don't have to worry. I ain't doing that. So biker BDSM without werewolves is okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. I should have known not to tell you guys this. I'm going to be catching it. Do I speak Spanish? I learned Spanish in high school, so I speak enough to order some food at the cantina. I look really, really, really sad doing it. But I can get some food, or I can get a date. If you, here's the funny thing. You guys remember before Babbel, there was this one software. Gosh, what was the name of that software? I learned a lot of Spanish from that software. And if that software is almost designed to pick up a date, like, hey, how are you? Hey, what's your name? What's your phone number? What's your address? Would you like to go get something to eat? I mean, this software is really suspect. After a while, you're like, wait a minute, is this pickup software? Because every language, because I had Japanese, I had Spanish, I had I'm trying to remember the name of that damn software. It was before Babbel. It was about was it Rosetta Stone? No, it was the other one, Rosetta Stone, and there was another one, Stalkerware. Trevor calls it. Shadow said, "Miss Tia, come get your man." It was absolutely Stalkerware, and every damn sentence was almost like a pickup line. So the sun is nice out here and the sky is blue. What's your name? I was like, wow, this is it was called something with a B, preamble or something, probable, or I can't remember, something with a P. James Earl Jones almost turned down Star Wars because he thought it was too risky at the time. Do the book. Yeah, well, in Star Wars, they weren't having sex with beating each other and beating down women. It also says that there's rape scenes in it, and in it, I think he said there was forced sex or rape scenes or something like that. If I remember, I don't want to. Let me not put that out there. It said something like that I didn't particularly. Well, I have to go back and read it, but it said something that I thought might be a little objectionable to me. And so I was like, I don't think so. They have a little, when you get the message as to whether or not you want to do it, it says on it, anyway, it was something I didn't like. Babbel. No, Babbel is the new one that's out now. This was something else that was around at the same time Rosetta Stone was. Dr. Yu says, do the book. Yeah, you guys would love to have that on me, wouldn't you? I'm sure that guy has asked many people to do his audiobook, so someone will read it. Someone will, but I think maybe he came to me because it's a motorcycle club book, and I do motorcycle clubs. Okay. Looky here, on the way out of here, because we're way past an hour now, hit that like and subscribe button, you guys, and I would absolutely appreciate that. Black Dragon Biker TV can be found on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Order my books, Prospects Bible, Sergeant at Arms Bible, President's Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible, and Prospects Bible now on Audible, at Amazon Kindle, or at blackdragonsgear.com. And also the Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs. Join our daily podcast, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos, wherever you get your podcast. And join us on Discord. The link is in the description box. You can get me at Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com, or here's the in-studio phone number, 404-692-0336. Get me here in the studio. Make sure to watch for us. We're doing videos every single solitary day, just so you might know. And so if you don't see us, please make sure to click on us, because we're doing videos every single solitary day. All right, folks. And we're back to the walking and talking video. So if you see us walking and talking, you guys asked for it. It's back. If you need some help with something going on in your MC life, hit me up at clarity.fm/black-dragon, clarity.fm/black-dragon, and we'll talk it out. A lot of people say, Black Dragon, I really want to talk to you. I really want to pick your brain. Well, this is how you can do it. Clarity.fm black-dragon, clarity.fm/black-dragon. And set up an appointment with me, and there we shall talk. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Get the book. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the... Oh, hell. Frost is right. Did I forget to tell you somebody won the book yesterday? We gave out a book. Somebody won the book yesterday. Jeez. Did I? Man, Frost won one day before yesterday. Thank you, Frost. And who won the book for yesterday? How the hell did I forget who won the book? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Somebody won the book for yesterday. Come on, man. Do you really not have that queued up? Man, I hate it when I don't have that queued up. Somebody, remember I asked, when did I get Braveheart? Oh, here it is. Randy Seeger. Randy Seeger, Seger. He said, I believe that you found him at the Roundup or an event you went to. Not real sure of the year, but I'm thinking it's 2017. Absolutely, Randy. That's when I found him at the Roundup. I was coming back home from the Roundup in 2017. So 27, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, I had my beautiful Braveheart since 2017, and we hope to get him back. Let me, so Randy Seeger won a free copy of the audio book, Prospects Bible. We appreciate you, man. Yeah. All right, so I'll be giving out another free copy of the Prospects Bible. Oh man, there's only 54 of you guys left. So not everybody will know. So we're going to give out another free copy of the Prospects Bible for anyone who can tell me what my very first YouTube video was entitled. What my very first YouTube video was entitled. Whoever can tell me that, I'll draw from my hat, and you will win a free audio version of Prospects Bible. All right. Now, I'm out of here. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospects Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
You are fake news. Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust.